When I tell you that God is about to intervene in your life in a way that will silence every doubt, overturn every fear, and astonish every person who ever thought that they understood the path of your destiny, I'm not speaking lightly. I'm speaking from a realm where human limitations cannot enter. I'm speaking from the certainty that when God decides to send help, it does not come quietly. It does not come timidly. It does not come in a way that fits human expectations. When God sends the help, it arrives with a thunder in the unseen, shaking the foundations of everything that once resisted you. And you, yes, you are standing in the doorway of a divine assistance so profound that even you will ask, God, how did this find me at this moment? You have been walking through seasons that seemed too long, too heavy, too draining. You have endured the battles that others didn't see, but God saw. You carried burdens silently because you did not want to appear weak. You smiled on the outside while storms raged on the inside. You held on when most people would have let go. And because you held on, God is about to send help that is greater than what you prayed for. Not ordinary help, not expected help, not familiar help. Divine help that carries God's signature, God's timing, and God's authority. There are moments in life when human assistance is not enough, when the encouragement of friends falls short, when doors look permanently closed, when even your own strength seems to evaporate. You reach that point where you say, God, I don't know how you will do it, but I trust that you will. That moment right there is where divine help begins to move. That moment is the birthplace of miracles. That moment is the trigger that activates the supernatural. And God is saying to you now, I am sending help that will surprise everyone, including you. Some of the help coming your way is already prepared, already positioned, already released. In the unseen realm, things have shifted. Conversations that include your name in rooms you have never entered have already taken place. Hands you have never shaken are being moved by God to open doors you did not knock on. People you have never met will feel compelled to bless you, support you, uplift you, defend you, and promote you, not because of who you are, but because of who God is. Many of you have walked through seasons where you felt invisible, you felt overlooked, you felt forgotten, you felt like your prayers were echoing back without an answer. You wondered if God heard you. You wondered if your faith was doing anything, but what you didn't know was that God was preparing a helper so unusual, so divine, so extraordinary, that if He sent it too early, it would have been wasted. God was not ignoring you. God was arranging a greater outcome. God was not absent. God was preparing a shockwave of assistance. When God sends help, it rarely looks like what you imagined. It often comes wrapped in disguise. It comes through unexpected channels, unfamiliar faces, and unusual moments. Sometimes it comes from those you once considered enemies. Sometimes it comes from people you underestimated. Sometimes it comes from opportunities that look too small but contain nations within them. Hear this truth. When God decides to elevate you, no human plan can stop it. When God decides to send help, no opposition can block it. When God decides, your season has shifted. Every force that resisted you must bow. Some of you have been fighting alone for too long. You have been battling thoughts, responsibilities, pressures, and spiritual forces that have drained you. You have been praying and waiting, praying and struggling, praying and standing. You wondered, when will help come? When will the situation break? When will the weight lift? And God says, the help is already on the way. The answer is already released. The breakthrough is already moving toward you. There is a reason why your life has been under so much pressure. Divine help often arrives after intense battles. Before elevation, there is always confrontation. Before breakthrough, there is always resistance. Before promotion, there is always pressure. Your struggle is not proof of abandonment. It is confirmation that help is coming. Do you understand this? The pressure you feel is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the signal that something powerful is approaching. The closer the help gets, the more intense the warfare becomes. The enemy fights hardest when he knows God is about to reveal something he cannot stop. And let me tell you, with absolute certainty, what is coming for you cannot be stopped. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be blocked. God is sending help to break cycles. Cycles of discouragement, cycles of lack, cycles of fear, cycles of insecurity, cycles of defeat. God is sending help to lift you into a realm of strength, authority, clarity, and confidence. Some of this help will come through divine ideas that suddenly explode in your mind. Some of this help will come through people who appear at the perfect moment. Some of this help will come through opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere. But all of it will carry one signature. God sent it. There are people who doubted you. People who underestimated you. People who thought you were finished. People who thought your silence meant your life was over. But God is about to send help that proves every one of them wrong. Not because you need their validation, but because God loves demonstrating His power through those who remain faithful. And hear me, because this is a prophetic word for your life. The help God is sending will silence every critic. It will shock every onlooker. It will make those who dismissed you wonder how you rose so quickly. This help is not normal. It is not regular. It is not common. It is supernatural help designed to push you into a destiny that has been waiting for you. Some of you have been living under the weight of delay for years, but delay is not denial. Delay is often divine protection. Delay is a preparation for a bigger unveiling. Delay is God saying, what I have for you requires the right moment. And that moment is now approaching. There is a shift happening around you. You may not see it yet, but you feel it. Something inside you knows that life cannot continue the same way. Something inside you knows that change is coming. Something inside you knows that the battles you faced recently were not random. They were signs that something major is about to happen. Your spirit knows. Your intuition knows. Your dreams know. God is sending help. And the help will surprise everyone. Let me speak directly into your soul. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time for what God is about to release. There is a reason why nothing worked before. There is a reason doors closed. There is a reason people walked away. There is a reason plans fell apart. If those things had worked, you would have settled for less than what God intends to give you. You prayed for open doors. God is giving you gates. You asked for support. God is sending armies. You asked for one opportunity. God is preparing an overflow. You ask for a blessing. God is preparing to transform your entire life. And the shift will not be subtle. When God moves, He moves in a way that leaves no debate. You will not have to explain what happened. The evidence will be undeniable. The blessing will be visible. The help will be obvious. Even those who dislike you will not be able to deny that God's hand is on your life. You are entering a season where your life will speak louder than your explanations. You will not need to defend yourself. You will not need to prove yourself. You will not need to argue your worth. The help God is sending will validate what your faith has been shouting all along. There are people who thought you were weak because you stayed silent. They thought you had no strength because you didn't fight back. They thought you were finished because you kept your composure. But what they didn't know is that your silence was your strategy. Your calm was your weapon. Your patience was your declaration. That you trusted God more than you trusted yourself. And because of that trust, God is sending help that will accelerate everything. Listen carefully. There are moments in life when God does in 1 year what you couldn't do in 10. There are seasons when God multiplies what others thought was too small. There are times when God restores what you thought was permanently lost. And that is the season you are stepping into. Help is coming to restore what was taken. Help is coming to lift what was crushed. Help is coming to build what was broken. Help is coming to renew what was weary. Help is coming to strengthen what was fragile. Help is coming to revive what was dying. Help is coming to bless what was barren. Help is coming to expand what was limited. Help is coming to elevate what was hidden. Help is coming to promote what was overlooked. Help is coming to transform what was resisted. Help is coming to complete what was delayed. Help is coming to answer what was prayed. And the beauty of this help is that the glory will not go to people. The honor will not go to human effort. The credit will not go to luck. When people see what God is about to do for you, they will know one thing. Only God could have made this happen. You are stepping into a season where the supernatural becomes natural, where blessings find you instead of you chasing them, where doors open before you even reach them, where resources align without strain, where people show up with exactly what you need at the exact moment you need it. And some of you will be so overwhelmed by how quickly God moves that you will weep not tears of sorrow, but tears of recognition. Tears that say, God remembered me. Tears that say, God heard me. Tears that say, God lifted me. Tears that say, God never left me. For so long, you were the one holding everything together. You were the one encouraging everyone else. You were the one sacrificing, giving, supporting, and pouring out. But now God is pouring back into you. God is strengthening you. God is fighting for you. God is releasing help for you. Everything that drained you is about to be replenished. Everything that intimidated you is about to bow before you. Everything that fought against you is about to flee from you. Everything that delayed you is about to accelerate you. You have been in survival mode too long. You have been fighting battles that were not meant to kill you, but to reveal your endurance. And because you endured, help is coming in, waves unexpected, undeniable, unstoppable. Your life is about to shift from barely making it to living in the overflow. From trying to hold on to watching everything fall into place. From being misunderstood to being honored. From being overlooked to being chosen. From being doubted to being celebrated. And people will ask, how did this happen so quickly? And you will say, God sent help. God made a way. God turned it around. This help is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is not unstable. It is rooted in divine intention. When God sends help, it lasts. When God opens a door, it stays open. When God elevates, no one can pull you down. The same God who sustained you in the quiet season is now about to reveal you in the public season. The same God who saw your tears is now about to display your triumph. The same God who heard your prayers in secret is now about to reward you openly. Some of you have been asking, when will my time come? And God is answering you now. Your time is approaching faster than you think. The help coming your way is carrying restoration, promotion, healing, favor, strength, clarity, resources, opportunities, and breakthroughs. God is sending help that will surprise everyone. God is sending help that will change everything. God is sending help that will elevate you into the life you were meant to live. And when it comes, when it arrives, when it manifests, your life will never be the same again. When God decides to send help, the atmosphere around your life begins to shift in ways you cannot always explain. You may not see anything changing on the surface, but deep in the spiritual realm, movements are being made on your behalf. God begins to awaken people who are asleep to your calling. God begins to stir the hearts of those who carry pieces of your destiny. God begins to melt the resistance of those who once opposed you. Nothing God sent arrives without a divine orchestration. And right now, that orchestration is happening behind the scenes of your life with a precision that only God possesses. You must understand this. Divine help is not simply assistance. Divine help is alignment. When God sends help, it aligns your steps with a greater path. It aligns your destiny with a greater purpose. It aligns your life with those you didn't know existed. God does not send help to maintain your current level. God sends help to elevate you to a realm you have not yet touched. And this next realm of your life requires a version of you that you have been slowly becoming through every trial, every delay, every disappointment, and every quiet night where you whisper the prayers that nobody else heard. There are seasons where God hides you because revealing you too early would attract the wrong eyes and expose you to the wrong batters. There are seasons where God isolates you to separate your spirit from voices that would weaken your purpose. There are seasons where God delays you so the help He is preparing can mature into its appointed moment. And many of you do not realize that your hidden season is ending. The isolation is lifting. The delay is breaking. The spiritual fog is clearing. Something powerful is emerging in your life because God is preparing to reveal you at the same moment He releases help that no one saw coming. Divine help often comes wrapped in a paradox. What looks ordinary becomes extraordinary. What looks small becomes monumental. What looks insignificant becomes destiny shifting. God loves using the unexpected to accomplish the undeniable. You might think help should come from people who know you, support you, admire you, or stand with you. But God does not limit Himself to familiarity. Most of the time, God sends help from people who have no history with your struggle, no involvement in your pain, and no connection to your past. God chooses those who will obey His prompting without questioning your worth. And this is important because the help God is sending to you will not be tainted by jealousy, manipulation, comparison, or hidden motives. It will come pure. It will come clean. It will come with God's hand all over it. Some of you have carried wounds from trusting the wrong people. You opened your heart to those who took your vulnerability lightly. You leaned on people who disappeared in your moments of greatest need. That pain was real. But here is the truth you need to embrace. God is about to send the people who will treat your purpose with the care that others ignored. God is about to surround you with individuals who recognize the weight of your calling, the strength of your character, and the depth of your spirit. These people will not come to drain you, they will come to lift you. They will not come to take, they will come to contribute. They will not come to distract, they will come to activate what has been resting inside you. You are entering a season where you will no longer walk alone. God is assembling a circle, a team, a network of souls who carry keys to unlock rooms you were never meant to enter by yourself. And this help will not just uplift you, it will expand you. It will challenge you into greatness. It will push you into purpose. It will ignite what has been dormant. Because when God sends help, He does not send the comfort alone. He sends the growth. And let me tell you something that may surprise you. God is also sending help through endings. Yes, endings can be a form of divine help. When God removes something, someone, or some opportunity from your life, it is not always a loss. It is often a rescue. God sometimes pulls people out of your life to protect you from what you could not see. God sometimes closes a door because behind that door was a pit. God sometimes shut down a plan because that plan would have suffocated your spirit. God's protection often feels like a rejection in the moment, but with time, you will look back and realize it was help. Even now, God is clearing your path, removing burdens, uprooting distractions, breaking attachments that cannot travel with you into this next season. When God sends help, He also sends clarity. He sends wisdom. He sends discernment. Suddenly you begin to see what you could not see before. You begin to sense what you once ignored. You begin to understand why certain delays happened, why certain people left, why certain dreams were postponed. You begin to recognize that nothing was working against you. Everything was working toward a bigger unfolding that your spirit was not yet ready to handle. But now you are ready. This is why the spiritual pressure intensified recently. The attacks increased not because you were weak, but because you were getting closer to a breakthrough that the enemy could not prevent. The heaviness you felt was a sign of spiritual contractions. Your destiny is giving birth to something God selected and God timed. You are stepping into a divine unfolding that is going to reveal a version of you that has been hidden but not forgotten. And here is a truth many never grasp. The help God is sending to you is tailored for your exact journey. It is not generic. It is not recycled. It is not leftover. It is designed specifically for who you are, what you've endured, and where God is taking you. That means the help coming your way will fit perfectly into the gaps, the needs, the dreams, and the prayers that have shaped your journey. It will come with precision. It will come with timing. It will come with power. You must also prepare your spirit for help that disrupts comfort. Not all divine help feels comfortable in the beginning. Some of the help God sends challenges your thinking, stretches your faith, interrupts your routines, and forces you to let go of all the ways of doing things. Sometimes God sends help that requires you to grow into the blessing before you can fully receive it. And this growth might feel uncomfortable, but it is sacred discomfort that shapes you into the person capable of handling what God is releasing. If God sent the blessing before He strengthened your character, the blessing would collapse under your weakness. If God sent the opportunity before He trained your spirit, the opportunity would overwhelm you. If God sent the connection before He healed your heart, the connection would confuse you. God is not just sending help, He is shaping you to handle the help. Some of you are being transformed in silence. God is working in the unseen areas of your soul, your patience, your resilience, your discipline, your emotional maturity, your spiritual sensitivity. You may feel restless, but this inner development is not punishment. It is preparation for a divine acceleration that will not stop once it starts. And this is the truth. Help from God is rarely slow. It may feel delayed, but once released, it moves with a speed that shocks the human timeline. People will look at your progress and say, how did you rise so fast? But they will not know the years you spent being shaped, refined, and prepared in the dark. When God moves you forward, He does not ask permission from those who doubted you. He does not seek approval from those who misunderstood you. He does not wait for the opinions of those who disliked you. God's help bypasses human validation because divine timing is not subject to human opinion. You are entering a season where God will place you in environments you did not apply for, roles you never imagined, opportunities you did not chase, and blessings you did not see coming. This is not coincidence, it is divine placement. You do not need to convince anyone. You do not need to explain yourself. When God appoints you, no one can unappoint you. And this help will not just elevate you, it will transform you. You will think differently, pray differently, move differently, speak differently, make decisions differently. The help God is sending will bring clarity to your identity, boldness to your spirit, and stability to your emotions. It will remind you that you are not who your past tried to define. You are who God has always known you to be, chosen, strengthened, guided, and destined. You must open your heart to the possibility that the help God is sending may come from directions you never considered. Do not assume you know how God will move. Do not limit the creativity of God to your imagination. Do not expect God to repeat previous methods. What God is about to do for you is unprecedented in your life. God is not copying an old miracle. God is creating a new one. God is not replaying an old breakthrough. God is designing a breakthrough that matches this new level of your purpose. This is why the future will not resemble the past. The patterns of all the seasons have expired. The rhythm of your destiny has changed. The help coming your way will introduce you to a new chapter that feels unfamiliar but divinely orchestrated. You will sense a new strength, a new flow, a new direction. You will feel yourself being guided into spaces where your spirit thrives, not just survives. And this help will not vanish. It will not be unstable. It will not be unreliable. When God sends the help, it comes with a longevity. It comes with a purpose. It comes with endurance. God's help is not seasonal. It is strategic. It carries you into the future, not just out of the present. Even now, destiny is rearranging itself around you. Conversations are shifting. Hearts are opening, pathways are forming, opportunities are aligning, people are awakening. Your name is being spoken in places where your feet have not yet stepped. Your spirit is being prepared for blessings that have not yet manifested. All because God is sending help that will reveal to you and to everyone watching that God has never left you, never forgotten you, never abandoned you, and never dismissed your prayers. And when the help arrives, and it will arrive, you will understand that every tear was counted, every delay was purposeful, every test was necessary, and every moment of waiting was divine preparation for a blessing so great that all you will be able to say is, this could only be God. When God sends help, it does not simply rescue you from where you are. It propels you into where you were always meant to be. There is a difference between human help and divine help. Human help often tries to fix the surface, but divine help transforms the foundation. Human help patches temporary wounds, but divine help rebuilds the entire structure of your life. Human help reacts to problems, but divine help anticipates them and prepares answers long before you even know what to ask. God is not just sending help to remove your burdens. God is sending help to reveal the strength, wisdom, and destiny that has been buried beneath years of pressure, fear, and silent endurance. As this divine help approaches, God is awakening a deeper level of awareness inside of you. Suddenly, your spirit becomes more sensitive to subtle signs. Your intuition sharpens. Your discernment strengthens. You begin to feel a shift in the spiritual temperature around your life. This shift is not random. It is the signature of God's movement. Every time God plans to elevate a person, the spirit within them becomes restless, not with anxiety, but with clarity. You begin to feel that where you are no longer matches where you are going. You begin to sense that your environment cannot contain the magnitude of what God is preparing. That inner stirring is divine evidence. God is moving. God is approaching. God is sending something. But here is the deeper truth. God does not send help only to change your circumstances. God sends help to transform your perception. Sometimes the greatest obstacle is not the situation, it is how you see the situation. If your eyes remain fixated on the limitations around you, you will struggle to perceive the greatness that God is releasing. That is why God expands your vision before expanding your life. God enlarges your understanding before enlarging your territory. God strengthens your faith before strengthening your position. Because when the help arrives, you must be ready to steward it. Many people pray for help but are unaware that divine help always brings responsibility. God will send the opportunity, but you must step into it. God will send the idea, but you must nurture it. God will send the relationship, but you must protect it. God will send the platform, but you must walk in integrity upon it. Divine help is never an excuse to become passive. It is a call to rise into the life God has been preparing for you. Some of you have been fighting battles that were spiritual in nature, though they manifested in physical ways. You thought you were dealing with financial issues, but the real battle was belief. You thought you were dealing with the relational conflicts, but the real battle was discernment. You thought you were dealing with the rejection, but the real battle was your identity. And now, because you have passed through those battles with faith, even when it was trembling, God is releasing a help that goes beyond surface solutions. It strikes at the roots of what once held you back. This divine help will not simply ease your burdens, it will destroy the patterns that created them. Help from God is not a temporary bandage, it is a permanent shift, a spiritual recalibration, a divine realignment. This help carries with it the authority to break generational cycles. Patterns that ran through your family will stop with you. Burdens that weighed down those before you will not enter your future. This help marks the beginning of a new lineage, a new chapter, a new identity. And this identity is rooted in God's intention, not in human labors. There are people who will not recognize you after this help arrives. Not because you will change into someone else, but because you will finally become who you always were before life tried to diminish you. God is restoring the version of you that existed before fear entered, before disappointment damaged your expectations, before betrayal hardened your trust, before delays drained your confidence. The help God is sending is not only external, it is internal. It is healing your perception of yourself, strengthening your belief in your own worth, reviving the dreams that were suffocated by years of survival mode. And hear this clearly. God is sending help that will cause you to recover parts of yourself you thought were lost forever. The strength you used to walk with, the joy you once carried, the creativity that once flowed effortlessly, the peace that once settled easily into your spirit, all of it is returning. The help coming to you is not just the resources or people, it is a restoration in its purest form. But God is doing more than restoring. God is expanding. This help will stretch your capacity. You will think bigger, pray deeper, plan wiser. You will begin to move with a different level of boldness, not arrogance, but divine confidence, rooted in the knowledge that God is behind you, beside you, within you, and ahead of you. You will no longer make decisions based on fear. You will make them based on purpose. You will no longer shrink to fit environments that cannot contain your calling. You will rise and allow your presence to shift the atmosphere. This is where the help becomes supernatural. God is preparing to send the connections that feel as if they were carved directly from destiny itself. People who do not simply enter your life, but elevate it. People who speak life into what God has planted inside you. People who see your potential, not your past. People who align with your purpose, not your problems. People who understand your journey without needing your explanations. This help will come in the form of souls who carry keys to opportunities, keys to wisdom, keys to networks, keys to breakthroughs you could not unlock alone. But do not limit your expectation. God may also send the help through divine redirection. Some of the obstacles you face right now are not signs that something is wrong. They are signs that God is redirecting you to something higher. Closed paths are not punishments, they are protections. Detours are not delays, they are divine positioning. When God redirects, it is always strategic. A divine rerouting is often the pathway to a blessing greater than the one you initially prayed for. Some of you are about to walk into environments that are fully prepared for you, even though you have never seen them before. God has been cultivating spaces where your gift will be valued, your voice will be heard, your presence will be respected, and your purpose will flourish. Divine help often creates a stage long before the performer arrives. God prepares the atmosphere before He reveals the vessel. You will step into rooms that already carry your name spiritually, even if they have not heard it physically yet. And this is where the greatest surprise will unfold. The people who once doubted you will witness the undeniable movement of God in your life. Those who underestimated you will see a version of you they never imagined. Those who walked away from you will realize they walked away from someone who was chosen. Those who dismissed you will be forced to acknowledge that the hand of God was on you the entire time. This help will not just bless you, it will vindicate you. It will silence false assumptions. It will erase misjudgments. It will clarify perceptions. God's help does not only elevate your life, it elevates your truth. The help coming to you will also carry a divine acceleration. Things that once took years will now take months. Things that were slow will become swift. Delays will break. Doors will swing open without resistance. You will find yourself moving forward with such speed that even you will ask, how is this happening so quickly? But what took time to manifest externally was being built internally, your character, your endurance, your mindset, your resilience. Now that the internal foundation is strengthened, the external blessing can flow freely. You must also prepare for the emotional shift this help will bring. When God sends divine assistance, your spirit becomes lighter, your heart becomes clearer. The heaviness that sat on your shoulders begins to lift as if it were never there. You will find yourself waking up with a purpose, moving with strength, speaking with authority, and believing with a depth that surprises you. This is what happens When God intervenes, your emotional landscape transforms, anxiety dissolves, fear retreats, doubt breaks, hope rises, confidence rebuilds itself. This help will not just change your circumstances, it will change your inner world. Even your prayer life will shift. You will pray with gratitude instead of desperation, with expectation instead of fear, with certainty instead of uncertainty. Because when God sends help in such a profound way, your spirit becomes anchored in the reality that God hears, God sees, God knows, and God responds with precision. Your prayers will no longer come from a place of wondering, they will come from a place of knowing. And the world around you will begin to respond to your shift. Opportunities will find you, favor will increase around you, paths will open before you. This is because divine help carries divine favor, and divine favor carries divine momentum. What was once difficult will become effortless. What was once resisted will become welcome. What was once locked will become accessible. This is the nature of God's help. It transforms the impossible into the inevitable. You are standing at the threshold of a season where God's assistance will become so evident, so undeniable, so powerful that it will become part of your testimony for the rest of your life. You will look back and say, this was the moment everything changed. And you will know without question that it was God, only God, who orchestrated it all.